It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. So I'm curious. You had said when you were doing the franchise thing, you guys had 10 locations.
Yeah.
Do you have multiple locations now, or do you
Nope.
stick with one? And because I've had like 10 locations, and so I have a bias about this. But I'm curious if that's if that was a vision, and you're like, no, fuck that, or if that's like, yeah, we'll get back to that someday.
Oh, fuck that. I had 10 times the headaches and half the fucking margin, or half the profit, right? Because at the end of the day, so I had 10 locations. So one of them was our flagship, so we'll take that one out, right? And almost every single month, right? There's this perfect math equation. I love math. I love the number 3, and it fucking works, right? Sometimes, always, never. Every month, right? We had our top 3, our middle 3, our bottom 3. Every month, it was the same 3 in the top 3 that they made money. The middle 3 broke even, and the bottom 3 lost money, almost equivalent to what the top 3 made. So now I got 9 locations, and then instead of getting some healthy competition, like when I worked at Best Buy, we'd have some healthy competition store to store. Like we wanted to beat the other store. Like we were store 24, and then there was store 23 and 25 near us. So like we wanted to beat those guys. We wanted to be better than those guys. And then when you're in that, I try to bring that same spirit to core, and all you get is the people that are the bottom 3 are like, don't care. Yeah. And the top 3 are like, this fucking sucks. Like, we're busting our ass and making the money.
Yeah, we don't make any more money than those guys. We
all pay this is bullshit. And it's like, so I had, and I wasn't helping any more people, right? If you look at quality versus quantity, more, yes. Was I helping them more? No. I was helping more people, but not the level. So now we have our shop here in Butler. We got 15, 17 employees. We'll scale up to 22, 24 employees in the summer. And I have quality relationships with all the people here. And they know me and I know them, and we're building something worthy of the effort and the heart and passion I put into it.
Yeah. I had a similar experience, and I get asked about it a lot. And I try not to talk people out of it, because part of me is like, hey, if you want to go down that path and do the multi-location thing,
you do you.
Maybe I just didn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe I suck at that business model. I'm not saying you're gonna, and I'm not saying I had it figured out either. There's other ways to do that. You might do licensing ways to do that, or whatever. So don't not do it because I said so. Do it if you want to do it. But what I ran into is exactly what you said, which is like I literally just got spread so thin. And it was like the minute I'd be like working on this thing over here, trying to fix this thing over here, and then the fucking chaos over here would tear apart anything I had worked on in the last 3 months. And so I'd have to go fix that problem, and then I'd go fix it. And by the time I turned around, like this thing that I was just working on was back on fire. And it just felt like you're just constantly chasing your tail. And I remember, so I still have a window cleaning and pressure washing business in the Twin Cities here, but I have a business partner that owns a third of it, and he's really like, he runs the day-to-day. Otherwise, I generally focus 99% of my effort on our bookkeeping business and our recruiting business. And we had a bunch of maid service businesses and some other window cleaning and pressure washing businesses. And over the last 2 years, I've exited all of them. And the backbreaker for me was I had it was last spring. I had 2 back-to-back conventions. So I was gone 2 weeks in a row. I got a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, which I guess at the time were like 3 and 5, but almost 4 and 6. And my wife was pregnant with number 3, who's now here and 9 months old. But I was gone 2 weeks in a row. And we had a business in St. Louis, and my general manager was, announced that she was going to move on to a new role. And so like I get 2 weeks and I got to go get a new general manager in place. And there was somebody internally that like probably wasn't the best fit, but was a pretty good fit and didn't have the skills, but had the passion type of thing. But I mean, like, so now like week 3 in a row, I'm back on the road. Right. And so like that sucked, but also, and like, I have to be careful about how I say this. I don't want to like rub people the wrong way, but it was my 4-year-old's birthday, 3 turning 4, we actually were that's why I had so many tacos tonight, Andy, is because it was her birthday again.
Yeah. It always comes back to tacos. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And, but I missed her birthday last year. And like, I don't like, excuse me, but I just don't give a shit about a 4-year-old's birthday party. Like if it wasn't my kids, I wouldn't, be like, what, why are we having a party for this kid? But I don't want to be the dad that's not at their kid's birthday party. Like, it doesn't matter to me that it's a birthday party. It's just another day, but it means something to them. And so that that like really pissed me off. That is like, I just traveled 2 weeks in a row and now I got to travel a third week in a row and miss one of my kids' birthday parties. And it was just like, F this. Like, I gotta be done with these things. And to your point, just like focus more on the thing that I've got where I can help the most people and I can go way deeper with them. So now I focus pretty much all my effort on doing bookkeeping and doing sweet ass podcasts. Is what I get to do.
And that's the thing. It's I've been told all my life, and as long as I can remember, Mrs. Thonis, first grade, St. Anthony's Catholic grade school, right? Andy, you need to work on your focus because that ain't a natural tendency of mine, right?
Oh yeah.
And so now at 39 years old, I ought to start fucking listening to what I was told at 6. And that's the thing too. It's like all these side businesses, I had a reason behind it because of the non-compete. And then it was before that, it was, well, my hands were tied. And then before that, I had a fucking job. And it's like, well, now I'm in a spot where fuck, man, there ain't no hooks in my ass or trees in my way. It's me against the world, and I got this. And now I can wear my brand on my chest and make the decisions. And so that's why when people are like, oh, when are you expanding? I'm not. Well, why not? Because I already did that before. Well, do you know if you're going to like it? Yeah, I did. I didn't like it. It's like, it's like, you don't know where the line is until you cross it sometimes. And, when I was on that rocket ship, when we were building all those franchises, we had a venture capitalist that said, hey, how fast can you launch them? I said, I can get one out every 8 weeks. I was like, all right, well, let's do one every 12 weeks, right? All right, let's fucking go. I proved I could do it every 12 weeks. No, I didn't prove it could be fucking sustainable. I didn't prove that I could fucking manage them thereafter. Actually, I probably proved.
We just said launch them, right? That's all we said.
You want me to launch these suckers? I'm pretty good. I'm a project-based individual. It's like I'll bang it out. You want me to sustain something? That ain't happening.
Hey, what's up, business nerd? Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you learned a heck of a lot watching that episode. Do me a favor, subscribe right down here. And if you really like what you saw, you got more goods right here. Check out this one or check out this one and do this. Go subscribe. Appreciate you. Work smarter, work harder, go earn yourself some pride. Catch you on the next one.